Welcome back to the Weather App in JavaScript tutorial. In this video, we are going to be finishing off and adding in the ability to have updated by geographic location rather than using a zip code. So right now, we have the degrees being shown up, the town or location, an icon with the weather that is currently there, sunny, cloudy, etc., a percent humidity, and the wind speed and direction. So all that we have left to do is get the geolocation, and this is part of HTML5. So if they're using older browsers, it may not be accessible, so we'll want to go ahead and adapt to that. And if that is the case, we're going to prompt the user for their zip code. So in the onload function, we want to go ahead and rather than have update by zip, instead, let's go ahead and get rid of that. What we're going to do is we're going to check to see if their browser supports geolocation. And if it doesn't, then we are going to prompt the user. We're going to say, well, what's your zip code? Just let us know. And it's going to say, we could not discover your location. What is your zip code? And then we're just going to call the update by zip with the zip there. And my browser does have this capability, but to test it out, show you how it works, I'm just going to turn navigator. I'm going to say if it does have it, then we're going to prompt. So when I reload this, I got a little error here. So let's debug that real quick. Line 79. I have propped when I want prompt like that. And so let's go ahead and refresh. And now it says it could not discover your location. What is your zip code? And I'm going to go 01002. And it says, you're in South Amherst. And it updates the information accordingly. All right, so instead, we actually want to use the geolocation if it's present. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a function called showPosition. And what it is going to do, so let's write it out here. Function, showPosition. And what it is going to do is it's going to take in the position value that the web browser gives us back, and it's going to call another function called update by geo. So we had a function called update by zip. Now we're going to have update by geo. And update by geo is going to take position. It's going to get the coordinates, the latitude, and it's going to take the position, get the coordinates, and the longitude. Okay, and that's all that function needs to do. All right, so back down here, what we're going to do is if we have the navigator, we're going to actually use the navigator.geolocation to get the current position. And once it gets the current position, it's going to call showPosition. So it's going to pass that position off to the showPosition function, which is then going to call update by geo, which we have yet to define. So let's do that real quick. Let's put it up here near the update by zip. So we're going to do update by geo. And this is going to take a latitude and a longitude. And what we're going to do is we're going to construct a URL, and then we're just going to use the same send request function we wrote earlier and pass in that URL. And so the URL we're going to construct, it's very similar. I'm going to go ahead and copy this actually because it's we're getting the same weather, and we're going to use the same API to get the weather. But instead of zip, we're going to say, oh, by the way, we actually have the latitude like that, and the longitude. And again, we need the same app ID that we were using before. All right, I think that's it. That's it. Wasn't too hard to add that. There's some fantastic features in the HTML5 API. So let's reload, see if we got it right the first time, or if we have a little bit of debugging to do. Oh, and it looks like it picked up my location. When I refresh, sure enough, South Amherst. And that is where I currently am. Excellent. So that's it for this tutorial series, we've constructed a weather app that gives us the weather at our current location. And if we don't have a location capable browser, it'll ask us for our location and get it that way.